Hi everyone, welcome to this week's short attention span webinar. We just recorded two and Kelly said to me, wow, these are really short. So let's keep that theme up. And she also said, I think our listeners will appreciate that. Our watchers, our viewers of our faces. Yes.
Boy.
So Kelly, this one is on, what is this one on? This one is on my key contact leaving. You can't be in sales without getting the phone call. Hey Kelly, I need to talk to you. Just wanted you to know, and please don't say anything to anybody, I'm leaving. And part of you goes, yay, because you just pointed out there's an opportunity. So what's the opportunity immediately there?
Well, so you presume that they're going to another job. They didn't probably win the lottery or marry Paris Hilton. So they're probably going to another job, presumably with the same responsibilities. So this is, again, hopefully you're picking up a new client because you guys have such a strong relationship and the new place he or she is going to has a need. So that, again, is the first part of that new opportunity. And the second part is their replacement. So you presume they're going to fill that position with someone else and that you can regale this new person with all the great things that you've done for the company and all the ways that you're going to help make their life better. And so now you should double your business.
Except that the new person brings in new vendors.
Possibly.
Now, I promise you that the law of averages says that for every time you're on the receiving end of this in a good way, you're going to be on the receiving end of this as a bad way. So this one, the universe is going to balance off on this one, folks. But a couple things. First of all, don't let this happen. Meaning, not that you're going to block them from getting a job, but be so spread out in that account that if people are coming over to you and saying, do you work here? Or you get invited to the Christmas party, get into an account and get to know everyone. So to make it as hard as possible for this to happen. You also want to move as high up as possible so that the person that this person works for says, this is who we're buying from. We buy from Kelly, that's that.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing you want. The second part of this, recognize that every client's a wave and you're surfing the wave, but the wave is going to hit the beach. This is going to happen. You are going to lose your key account and they are going to bring in their own vendor. And they're going to tell you they're going to give you a fair shot, but they've already got you pegged for being DOA. So the best that you can do in terms of trying to save this account, Kelly, I think what I would want to do is I would want to rally internal support. Okay, so I would want to walk around, I want to go around and say, listen, I need your help. This guy just came in, replaced my key contact, and the way this thing works is that I get dumped. So can you put in a good word? Can you share what we've done in the past and why I'm a valuable vendor and everything else? Don't be shy.
Right.
They probably will not step up on your behalf. They got enough things to do. They'd like to. They might attend your goodbye party if they have goodbye parties for vendors. But the best that you can do is to rally that internal support and then sit with the person and say, this is what I've done. Now, one of my clients had a unique aspect, a side issue to this, Kelly, is that the person who left was very knowledgeable. The person who came in was young and knew nothing, but had a huge ego. And the second question came up and said, how do I handle this? How do I point out that she knows nothing?
Well, the first thing I think would be is to kind of turn your kind of defensive posture on its ear a little bit. And instead of doing the whole, here's why they've been buying from me for 7 years and why I'm awesome, would be to treat it more as a, let's talk about your needs and your expectations and what your experience has been and how I fit into that. Again, catering to an ego, to me, catering to a big ego is super easy. You just ask them all kinds of questions to get them talking about themselves.
Right.
To your point about them not having any not having the actual tangible knowledge, again, being very, very careful to pose that as, I'd love to have you come into the shop and we can take you around. I've got some great documentation that you might find helpful, even just to give to some of your coworkers. Maybe some things that are highlighted of, it could, again, if it's as fundamental as paper grain and things like that, I mean, again, there are ways to present that information where you're almost making it remedial, and to say, and if you want to go into that further, or if you need a refresher course on that kind of stuff, I'm more than happy to, kind of bring you through that. So.
Yeah. I love the plant tour idea. I do. I'd love to have you come over and meet everyone that you'll be working with. You can meet the people that are running the press, meet the people in bindery, and perhaps you've never been to a print shop before or a printing company before. We'd love to take you out and just show you the way as forms of education. That's going to be the best way for you to hold on to the work.
But it's also really important that you kind of, you try to tap into your best, I'm trying to remember the word, your intuition, because some people are going to be okay with you mentioning their predecessor, and some people you're going to have to pretend like that person never existed. So just kind of follow those cues to know, like, yeah, they want to hear about that or they don't.
Okay. All right, great. Kelly, thanks for your insights this week.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you all next week in another short attention span webinar.
Bye.
Oh, that was cute.